Welcome to the Gen X Talks podcast, live from the Loop Studios in Northern Nevada.
Making plans with the boys. I'm gonna hit the town. Yeah, I'm gonna make some noise. I'll push past the pain and my wounded pride. I'm gonna live it up. Yeah, stay out all night.
No, you're not going to get jiggy with it.
I like that song.
No, I'm sorry, we're not playing. Hold on, got a couple things. Just making sure that everything is how it's supposed to be. We've had such trouble lately with the audio stuff. I'm just trying to make sure that everything's where it's supposed to be. So give me a sec. Calm down. Okay, Zoom 8, yeah. Pod track. Now let's check this one right here. Da-doom, pod track. Yeah, that looks good. So, speak into your microphone, Lovey.
Hello. Good morning, everyone.
It seems to be the case. Welcome to the Gen X Talks podcast, live from the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada. I shouldn't have taken that phone call right before we started.
No, you should not.
I should not have taken that phone call.
Why don't you just talk about it right now and get it done?
I don't want to.
Nope, it's good therapy. Just oh, beautiful.
I don't care. I'm knocking stuff over, ladies and gentlemen. Things are not going well. Stand by. Okay. Talk about what for therapy? I'm pissed.
I know you are, so let's talk about it. Let's get it out there. Tell them what happened.
Right.
I mean, like right before the podcast.
Right before the podcast. Now
We're in escrow with our house.
We're in escrow of the house. They do an inspection, which they do. The buyer does an inspection. The bank wants to do an inspection. And so the realtor called this morning, right before the show, like 5 minutes before we went on, which is why I'm still fumbling to get my feet under me. And he says, are you checking to make sure everybody can hear us? You checking all your stuff?
Everything's fine.
Okay.
We're good. I'd tell you if it wasn't.
I know you would.
So go ahead.
He's like, well, you got a broken tile on your roof, and there's one tile completely missing. I'm like, so? Put a fucking tile on it. Well, then the other one was they want to go to the solar panels and make sure the solar panels are all working. It's got a 10-year warranty on it. If they're not working, the company's got to come out and fix it. Okay, I'm fine with that. But
they want to see our contract. It's really none of his business, but
yeah, it's like, well, the part of the contract they're interested in is what's the warranty, okay. And is the warranty transferable? Otherwise, they got to get it fixed before the sale. But I'm sure it's transferable because the solar panels are paid off; they're not leased. Anyway, so our neighbor behind us, I don't know. I'm going to say, let me go back. I think 15 years ago, I planted big trees along our back wooden fence. They grew for about 3 or 4 years, but they weren't done growing by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
These trees, they grew 60 feet tall. So 2 or 3 or 4 years into the growing process, the neighbor behind us decides he's going to rip out the wooden fence and put in a block wall, which he does. But the trees aren't done growing.
right.
So the roots and the trees and everything keep growing, and it tilts part of the wall. That wall is a good 3 inches leaning at one end, just, a little bit.
Yeah. Also note that we back like 1, 2, 3, 4 houses,
Yeah.
4 different houses along this wall. So the wall is done in like sections.
Yeah. It's not done as one complete wall.
Right,
But
right.
the bottom line is that I've gone back and looked at it, and I thought, well, maybe I should dig a pole on our side and drill a hole through the concrete block and pull, put a cable through it and begin tightening it up where I can pull some tension on it. And I thought, I'll leave it for now. If it falls over, it's just a few blocks.
Right.
We'll rebuild it, or we'll figure it out, or we'll take out, you'd have to remove like probably 3 feet of the wall 6 feet high and re-straighten it.
Right.
And I thought, well, I'll just leave it.
And it's rebarbed.
And it's rebar inside. It's probably not going to fall. And I've pushed on it before. I've pushed pretty hard on it. And if I'm pushing on it, probably not just going to fall over.
Right.
All of a sudden, that's a concern for everybody in this real estate deal. And I'm telling my realtor, I'm like, well, hey, man, this is first of all, it's not my fucking wall. I didn't build it. Yes, but it's a common wall.
He called it a neighbor wall.
A neighbor wall.
A good neighbor wall.
Yeah,
That's how he described it.
Called it a good neighbor wall.
I was like, what the hell does that mean?
I said, well, I didn't build the wall. I wasn't stupid enough to build a wall over trees that hadn't grown yet. I mean, even I'd know not to do that. And he's like, well, it's a good neighbor situation, and this guy's concerned. And I said, okay, I don't really care. I don't care about the wall. I don't care about a missing tile. I said, these are only things going to be $1,000 to fix probably. And we don't want to blow up the deal. We don't want to lose the deal. And I said, well, I really don't care. I said, fucking let him back out. We'll sell it to somebody else. He says, well, we don't have another offer on the table. I said, I don't care. He goes, well, it's good practice to fix things. I said, look it, man. And tell him if I'm lying. In the middle of the phone call, I said, you forget who you work for? Do you work for the other guy? Or do you work for me?
Yeah, and do know he's working both sides of the deal.
Yeah, he's
the realtor.
He's the realtor for the buyer and the seller, and I'm like, he keeps trying to work me.
Exactly.
He keeps trying to, well, you should pay for this, and you should concede that. I'm like, the fuck who do you work for, man? So he's a nice guy.
We can wait for the next person to come.
Yeah, I don't care. So I was just upset by the whole thing, and it's like I don't give a shit. I'll probably go ahead and just, if they wanted to discount the price of the house $1,000 to get it done, I probably would do it. But anybody who knows me, I just don't get.
And you know what else? Even if we discounted $1,000, do you really think that guy's going to do anything about it? No.
He'd wait till it fell down. Yeah, he's not
just bitching and complaining.
So whatever. We'll get him the contract from the company that put it in, and they can go inspect the panels. If there's something wrong, they can fix them. But everything else, I really don't care. But I just don't. Anybody who knows me, who's known me my whole life, I just don't like being bullied into a position, you have no choice. This is the way things are done. That's always when I put on the brakes and go, well, we'll see.
He does that when he buys a car, too. Same thing. Any kind of negotiating.
I don't know. It's just a kind of okay, just to be clear, because Danny H. will ask us later, we recorded the Off the Record show last night, and I pressed record on the pod track, and I watched it, the timer counting as it recorded.
Yeah.
When I pulled the disc out, nothing was on there. Nothing.
Interesting.
Now, this may go along with our ghost stories from last night. So I got a new disc and I put it in the pod track. It's counting, but I'm also recording it on Streamlabs just in case, so we can pull the audio there.
So you got double recording.
I'm hoping, yeah. I mean, how many redundancies can you have before you realize?
The studio's coming along. I have to get in here.
Here comes the first yawn. I saw you fight it back.
Oh, shoot. Speaking of yawning, I was going to go make me some tea. Gosh, dang it. Freaking good. But did it because I got involved with that phone call too. Remember, I was commenting.
Dang it, frickin' wow.
I didn't get my tea because I was listening in on the conversation.
You better watch your potty mouth out there. Gosh darn it, and golly gee willikers.
I didn't want everybody to hear my sailor mouth, except you and Briggs hear it all day long.
Well, yeah, it's a little early. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning. Usually you don't start cutting loose with the explicitives until afternoon.
So anyways, the studio looks good. You have soundproofing. But I need to get in here when you're not here.
Yeah.
Which means I'm probably going to have to be here in the middle of the night. I have a feeling.
Well, do we get more soundproofing? Because I ordered more.
Yes, there's a whole big box full of it.
It makes such a difference. I can tell when I'm listening to the audio tracks that we do. I can tell there's a difference. The sound's not bouncing all around there. So we'll finish that up, and then if you could decorate things correctly, I wouldn't have to green screen us.
I have a surprise for you for the wall behind you.
You do?
Yeah, I found something that. Oh my God, it looks so cool.
Don't tell me. It's okay. I don't
want to tell you, but
all right.
Again, I need to get in here when you're not here.
Well, again, we're broadcasting from the Loop Studios. It is 9 after 10 o'clock, Los Angeles time. And my current wife is sitting across from me. We're having a good day.
I am getting a little tired of the current wife.
Are you not my current wife? Yes or no?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is factually correct. I don't understand.
Okay, current husband.
Well, that didn't hit me. I don't care. Current husband, me all you want. So just letting you know, and I think what you're upset about is you're upset because when I say current wife, even though that's accurate, it leads to the potential that there could be another one after you.
You have to have another one. You can't live here alone.
No, I'm not good at it.
You don't like to be alone.
Not very much.
So if anything ever happens to me.
Yeah. Applications. I'm taking applications.
You would have to.
I have to do it.
You would have to. So let's talk about your softer side.
There isn't one. What's there to talk about?
The bird and the bird bath.
Okay.
That's outside your window.
Yeah.
That you get to enjoy that I don't even get to enjoy.
Wow. It's just a puddle of concrete and water. It's not really much of anything.
And the bird feeder.
Okay.
So, are you sad?
Are you gonna ask me if my bird came back? Is that what you're gonna ask?
Yes.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so are you upset that your bird hasn't come back yet?
My bird has not come back.
Since that one time you videotaped him.
Yeah, and it's because of you.
Well, what? Why me? What do I have to do with it?
Because you poured all those blue marble stones from Amazon in the bird bath, and now
It looks like water.
To you, not to a bird. He hops around on the grass now. I see him, and he just stares. He doesn't come near it now.
Okay, we'll do an experiment. I'll take him out today, and we'll see if
he'll come back.
We'll see.
He'll come back.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell everybody what you called him?
I named him Bert.
Cause it's like Birdie, Bertie.
No.
What? Well,
Do you know what kind of bird he is?
a robin.
And who played Robin on the original Batman?
Burt Ward.
Burt Ward in 1966. So he's Bert. Because he's a little male Robin. He's Bert.
So
does that make sense?
Note he has a soft. Now he's naming a bird that he's never met before. That's an outside bird. That's not even in the house, and he names it.
It's not a softer side. It's logical. It makes sense to have something with a name.
What are you, Spock?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, please.
Little Batman, little Spock going on there, and now
Get
you
your
know what I know.
nerdy
Well,
side.
you get it. Bert hasn't been around because you and those fucking blue marble stones.
Fine,
you
I'll
put
take
in
him
there.
out.
I'm just
We'll
telling
see.
you.
Gosh, I'm afraid to ask about the shower glass door because you went into the shower after me.
Yeah, but I got a story there. So what are you upset about?
Well, like yesterday, there were dots and lines and stuff like that. I don't know what happened today.
Okay, it's kind of the same. Now,
It kind of looks like Morse code. Are you doing Morse code?
Yes, you got it. Now hold on. No, wait. No, you're onto something.
You know Morse code? You liar.
No, I do. And now I can't.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. But I can't listen to it and just be like, okay, I'm not like the Sun Valley Fox. I can't listen to Morse code and my neck starts to twitch and my head twitches and my eyes flutter. I don't process
It's like a whole other language. You can't process that.
From World War II, your brother, all of a sudden when he hears Morse code, he starts getting into shell shock mode. He has a little PTSD. He starts processing it. It's true. He'll even spit a little tape out of his mouth that prints it out into English.
Okay, so
I don't know it that fast, but I do know Morse code. Anyway, now follow me on this. In our bathroom, there's a separate area for the toilet with a door, right?
It's called a toilet closet.
Closet. There we go. And have you noticed the light in there flickers?
Both of them do, yeah. That one and the one in the bathroom.
Never noticed the one in the bathroom, but the one in the toilet area flickers. Okay. Now, if you have a hat on and you're standing there taking a leak and you turn on the light, you have a shadow under, like your nose, your eyes and stuff, so it's kind of dark. And the light shining straight down all around you, the flickering is like 10 times more evident. And all of a sudden, about a week ago, I started thinking, okay, now we leased this house. We don't really know the people we leased it from.
Okay.
What if they work for the CIA?
Oh,
or,
my goodness.
wait a second, what if they're KGB communists or something? I don't know. I don't know them that well. I met him. She seems nice enough. She liked me. I liked her. We got along. Signed the lease.
She works for the KGB, an operative?
I don't know. Now listen.
What if it...
So the light, all of a sudden first thing I thought was, maybe they're using neural flashes of light to reprogram us. Yeah. Like, what if they're like flick, 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 the lights going off and on.
You've watched way too many movies.
And look, those are documentaries that save people's lives.
Maybe it's just a flickering light.
Just listen to me. Let me finish.
Oh, my goodness. Go ahead.
So then I'm trying to think.
I'll sit back and listen.
You should.
Okay.
So now I'm trying to figure out how, if this is neural flashes that are trying to control me when I'm taking a leak, which is when I'm at my most vulnerable, I will tell you. How would I know? So the first thing I thought of, okay, it's some sort of a Morse code that it's because I'm an American. It's an American Morse code, and it's a subliminal Morse code. So I went over to the shower, and I started drawing out long, short, long, short space. I started drawing out on the entire shower door what I saw flickering in the light. And I'm trying to write all this down to see if there's a pattern, but because it doesn't just blink on, blink off, blink on. It's not a traffic light. This thing's totally random. So I pretty much used up all the shower glass.
Yes, I know.
And wrote down all the Morse code. Mm-hmm. And I was having trouble figuring it out. So I don't think it said anything coherent. unless it's a code. It could have been Morse code in code. Like I wrote down the A's, the B's, the Z's, the Q's, the R's, and nothing made sense in English. But what if it wasn't? What if it was in Navajo?
Oh my God.
Or something. So I'm going to take a video of it. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to submit it first to ChatGPT and see if it can make sense of this. I'm going to tell it, or that new one that Elon Musk put out, and I'm going to find out. Gronk. Yeah, I'm going to find out if the flashing lights are some sort of a code, if it's a breakable code, and if it's in English or Navajo or Russian, and then I'm going to know what's going on. But you caught me right in the middle of figuring this out.
You guys hear this?
You going to tell me that there's no chance?
Okay, no more off the record for you because you're like turning into a conspiracy theorist thing.
All I'm doing is following a lead. I'm following a hunch.
Gosh, it could just be a flashing light.
I understand that sometimes a duck is just a duck, but I'm telling you, there is something going on there. Okay. All right, let's get a little personal. Can we share, if you're going to done dying over there, drink your drink and quit dying so we can get personal. Okay. Now, just follow me on this. I know you didn't know we were going to get personal with everybody. Going to be
Sorry.
And she's still coughing. You know, this is what she does when she's trying to avoid uncomfortable conversation. She knows what's coming, and she'd rather not talk about it. So what she'll do is she'll cough and she'll sneeze and she'll say, I got to go. She has left us at formal occasions. She's walked out and got in the car because she didn't want to talk about stuff. And that's what's going on here. She's doing the exact same thing right now. But you know what? I have the patience of Job. I will sit here for as long as it takes until we can have this conversation.
I'm sorry.
Don't cry.
No, it's like it's tickling my throat.
Are you back? Do you want a cracker?
Hold that thought for a second.
And she's gone. When she comes back, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm going to submit to you why this isn't just a wild goose chase. Why this isn't just a hunch. Why this isn't just me in a random part of my Gen X brain, dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert, wandering down a path aimlessly looking up at the stars. It might not be that. I actually have a situation here at this new place in the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada. A couple things have come up without an explanation, and we both agree on this. Now, all of a sudden, I discovered the flickering light. Maybe the flickering light is the explanation for the things that are going on here, and I'm going to bring those up to her. I'm going to make her admit that these things are new, unusual, weird, and rare for our lives. And then I'm going to offer her the explanation that maybe the blinking light is responsible. That's all I'm saying, because if there's no other explanation, what did Sherlock Holmes say? When no other explanation seems to fit, then the simplest answer, or what's left, must be true. So if we eliminate all the other possibilities, then we're going to come down to this. I'm just double checking something here, making sure. Yeah, it looks like we're still good on the butt. If everybody can hear us there, that's good.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Are you done?
I hope so.
I told anybody who emailed me $12 I would send naked pictures of you, and
No.
you didn't disagree.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Are you ready now? I got to say, in 4.5 years of podcasting, you never fucked up a podcast with coughing like that before. That's a first.
Okay.
Okay. Can we get back to my blinking light and how I may not be a madman?
Yeah, go ahead.
Since we've moved to the Loop Studios, have we been sleeping better?
Yes.
Have we been happier?
Yes.
Have we and Briggs, all three of us, been communicating and fitting better as a family just in day-to-day life?
Yes. I'm sorry.
And have you and I not had more badonkadonk here than anywhere else?
That is true.
Okay.
You are a happy man.
I am. So are you. Don't. So now, with all those things to consider, why? Can you pinpoint why all of these drastic changes in our life just came about out of nowhere?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. I couldn't either. So here we are, and some people say, oh, it's the altitude or the atmosphere. It's the nice people in the town. It's a change. I don't know. But you're looking for something. If you really want to, pin it down. Find something that is new in your life that has changed, because these things are obvious to us. these differences are apparent. I submit to you the blinking light.
Oh my God.
There is a chance that this blinking light is reprogramming us. And now, because we're around the blinking light so much, we are happier and we are doing better. You can't say it's not true. Otherwise, you have to offer up, okay, then why is everything from badonk-a-donk to sleep to happiness going well? Why is it going well? You have no explanation. Well, at least I have a theory.
Okay.
I have a blinking light in the bathroom that may be causing it.
Okay.
I'm
leaving it at that.
All I'm trying to do is explore.
But now
that.
you just said it's a blinking light.
Yeah,
So.
it is a blinking light. I just think it's a neural flash, and I think it's controlling us.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not complaining. It's controlling us for the better. I mean, how lucky are we? You finally run across an evil scientist type of person who's controlling you with neural inputs, and it turns out to be a good thing. I mean, that never happens. It's always evil guy, bad thing. This is good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't know. I can't explain it any better. If you're not going
All
to
right.
get it, you're not going to get it. But
So-
that's what's all over the bathroom walls and the showers. The where I wrote down the Morse
I
code.
got you. Let's move on. So
All right.
last night, was it your third episode of Off the Record?
Yeah,
Third or something?
off the record with the general. Yeah,
So many people love the new show Off the Record
Yeah.
on the radio station here.
I know it's something. It's every Wednesday at 7:00 Los Angeles time, and you tune in on the radio and you listen in. People call in with their stories. The weirdest thing last night
Yeah.
is Fire Woo Dart.
Yeah.
He's a regular around the Gen X Talks family, and he texts the shop
He
phone.
threw his mom under the bus.
He did. He goes, he texts the shop phone, and he goes, because we use the shop phone for texting and calling, and he goes, hey, my mom's got a ghost story, call her. And so we called her. Now,
She was delightful.
she was wonderful.
She was so sweet.
Now, Firewoo Dart has a son in his 20s. Firewoo Dart's probably our age.
Yeah, but he made it. I guess his mom oopsed on his age last night, and then in the chat he's like, "I'm 57."
By 1 year, she goes, my son's 56, and he's freaking out. I'm 57. God damn it, I'm 57. God, Mom. Mom,
That's
I'm
what it sounds.
57.
That's what I hear.
So
He's
his
yelling
mother,
down the hall.
her story, she said, was when she was pregnant in the 60s. So she's older than us. Mm-hmm. And I said, so can I put your voice on the air? This is the general from Gen X Talk, shows Off the Record. And she goes, yeah. I said, are you familiar with Firewoo Dart? And she goes, yes, I'm Mama Dart.
I love that. That was so cute. Everybody in the chat said hello to her. It was so
Yeah,
cute.
she was doing well. So she goes to tell this story, and she doesn't even get 1 minute into the story, and because she gave a little background to where they lived, and she was married, and they were living in this little apartment area above a house, and she hears this knocking, and the phone died. And I'm like, okay, the phone died. So I'm like, that's weird. So we called her back, and she goes, oh, that's weird. So she tells the story over. She says, I was pregnant, I was married, and we were living in a little apartment, and I heard this knocking. Her phone died again.
Yes, it did at the same
With the same
spot.
part of the story. I'm like, whoa. And she's like, hello. And she can't hear you. You can't hear us. We can't hear her. And she's trying to the same spot. So this time I called Firewoo Dart. And I said, are you there? He goes, yeah, I'm in a different room than her. I go, well, can you get her out of whatever room she's in and give her your phone? So that worked. But man, whatever ghost she was telling on did not want her telling that story.
No, but I have some follow-up for you
What's
that we
that?
didn't get to say. Firewoo Dart joined in after his son got on and was telling him about his story.
Yeah.
You know, another thing of something weird that was going on in the house. Well, his son, I think, is living in the same room that was his grandfather's,
Yeah.
is how that was going out. So,
Well, the grandson came on the same show. She handed the phone to her grandson, and he told his ghost stories about this family and
Right.
these two houses. And
so
stuff.
he's in Grandpa's old room.
So you guys got to listen to it. We'll post it today. I know Danny H went to a lot of work to get it done last night, but I was dying. I will get it posted today. If you're a member of Patreon, if you're a member of the General's Lunchbox on Facebook, or if you're a YouTube member, we'll post that with a link for you today. We'll get it up on Spotify. There's a whole different Spotify channel. You see, people are going through the podcast on Spotify and going, I don't see the interviews. Where's the cancer interview? Where's the Dr. McDreamy interview? Well, we have a different Spotify channel for all the interviews. Now people are starting to say, well, where's the off the record stuff? Where can I listen to the off the record? Whole different channel. But we put them up on the website with a link. You can just go right to it. Just go to genxtalks.com and scroll till you see the big picture of off the record. Click on it. Takes you right to it.
Yep.
Not tough, but my God, you guys are having trouble following that. Anyway.
So this last weekend, we ditched Bottom of the Glass Nation.
Yeah, I would. That was a horrible thing, too. Yeah, we did a makeup show on Sunday. And
you know what could have happened? We probably could have done the Bottom of the Glass Nation and then went to the fights.
Yeah,
could have.
Looking back, we could have. We could have done it earlier.
But who messed up on the time that we were supposed to be there?
Okay, I made a mistake on the time. I was an hour off. Wow.
Yeah, and you're pushing me out. You got to get ready. We got to go. We got to be there. And I'm like, it's 20 minutes from us. We have to be there. I told Dr. I'm like, dude, it's 7 o'clock. We have to be there at 7.
At which Dr. McDreamy confirmed. He goes, when are you leaving? I go, we're going to leave about 5:20, 5:30. He goes, that's way early. It doesn't start till 7. I was like, oh, shit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we could have done it. So anyway, we did. Dr. McDreamy invited us to the UFC fights. Smaller venue, down the tier in Carson City, Nevada. I thought it was funny. For those of you that are members, you guys have already seen the pictures. Yes, members only get all the privileges. Mm-hmm. It's $1 if you guys wanted to see the pictures. And this one guy, that works there. He's part of the doctor system or the fight doctor stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's on the team. He's like, there's a team. Dr. McDreamy was like the head.
Yeah.
And then he's got others underneath.
But this guy's known, Dr. McDreamy for a while, but
oh, that was so funny.
He runs up and Dr. McDreamy goes, hey, these are my friends. And he's shaking this doctor is shaking our hands going, yeah, I've been friends of his for years. And I actually went to school with his wife. I was like, yeah, well.
And we both all 3 of us looked at each other like,
this guy's just, and I was
we're going to trump you right now.
I was like, all right, dude, well, I didn't just go to school with his wife. I went to school with him. And Dr. McDreamy leans in and goes, since kindergarten, not just high school. And the guy was like, oh, so you know him pretty well. Yeah, I'd say we do. You can run along now, buddy.
We've grown up together.
But he was trying to impress us with, hey, did you know that I've known his wife since high school? Okay. Wow. I've known him since lunch pails,
Pulling my pigtails, all that stuff.
Yeah. So we did go to I got to meet the announcer. I hung out with him a little bit.
Henry Thunderboy.
Thunderboy. Yeah. I still can't find him on Facebook.
Henry,
you found him?
Yes.
Henry Thunderboy? Okay.
Yes. We've already liked him.
He's a cool cat. He was a cool cat. We talked to him for a bit. Then we met the promoter of the event, who is...
Well, you did.
I did. We're going to talk. He says, yeah, he'd let me interview the fighters. If I would drive to wherever the venue was, the day before when they weigh in, he goes, you set up a little room off to the side. I'll let you interview all the fighters. And you can talk to them, 20 minutes each one and get them. I mean, it'd be great content, and it builds towards what we're doing with the Slapfest stuff next spring once we get back into that. So this is good. It was a great time. Now, I don't think you've ever seen 2 grown men hit each other before, have you?
I have seen a fight, like in high school. I even saw a guy take another guy and smash him into the asphalt of a street.
You did?
Yeah. I didn't like that.
No, I didn't. You didn't like a lot of this.
That was in high school, and I knew I did. I got out of there because I thought, oh, shit, the cops are coming, and I'm like, nope, gotta go. Actually, it was in a house in Sunland somewhere.
Dr. McDreamy's going to say, who is it? He's going to call you and go, who?
I know. He knows who it is.
Was he there?
I don't know if Damon was there or not.
Dr. McDreamy.
I don't know.
Okay, well... You got to find out, or he'll ask you. He's going to call you. He's going to text you right now. Go, who was it?
I know who was in the fight. I know exactly who it
was,
but I can't remember who was doing it to him.
But we're at the fight, the UFC fight, and you don't like people getting hit. You were cringing at first.
Well, I was like, damn, like that. The smacking noises because we were right up close to. I was like, but I mean, I've watched it on TV. Like we've watched it when
different. It's different when you're sitting there and people are punching each other and you're a foot to the side of the head and you hear the guy's cheekbone crack.
And what did Dr. McDreamy say to me, chuckling as he walked away before the fight started?
He goes, you're not in the splash zone. Don't worry. No blood will hit you where you are.
I was like, what? But Yeah, it was fun. You guys got to poke fun at me. That's fine.
A little bit. Yeah, we did. So it was the fights, and it was like I don't know if it was 5th tier down or whatever, but it was still UFC.
Yeah, but it was the weight class was like Brigger outweighed him by two people.
Brigger outweighed the two weight classes.
The championship one was 115 pounds. I could drop kick 115 pounds.
You could grab a 115-pound guy by the back of the neck and shake him.
I was like, I was dealing with 8 kids at 115 pounds.
It was a lot of fun to go do that. It was close by. So it made it really easy, barely an inconvenience.
But we turned it kind of into a date night because it was kind of early.
Yeah.
And we were kind of had the munchies afterwards. And it was a beautiful night where we rolled the windows down.
Yep.
It was a warm desert evening. And we roll up to In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger, baby. So, yes, we did turn it into a date night. It was fun. And we did the Bottom of the Glass show the following Sunday, which we made members only. St. Donna said, "Oh, I'm sorry I missed the show." I'm sure she went looking for it, but it's members only. And I'll tell you why. We did a members only show, and it was very personal. It went deep, and I almost deleted it after we were done, but I left it for the members. There was a lot of conversating about, we kind of went deep on some stuff with you and I and the move and family and things. Yeah. So those of you who missed the show but made the effort to come back on Sunday, you guys got a real treat because there was a lot of stuff in there. It was a very, I won't say solemn. It wasn't a solemn show.
I was going to say it wasn't depressing.
No, not at all. It was very informative. It was like, wow, there was some stuff in there that, really helps round out the picture for Gen X Talks. And so those of you who skipped Saturday with us and showed up Sunday, because it really turned out to be a good show. Not a lot of charts and graphs and pictures and stuff. It's just
us talking.
Yep.
That's all it was. It was good. It was really, really good.
So now you know what I know. But that was thank you, Dr. McDreamy, for the UFC fight. It was pretty cool to do that.
Yes, it was fun.
Now, before we get going, because you're going to jump in with something, I have several, but I'm only going to bring up one submission.
Here we go.
To the jury.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to submit to you.
I'm going to start bringing my own stories.
Go ahead. They're nothing like what you put me through. And I mean nothing. I don't care what you bring up. Everyone's going to go, no, he wins completely.
Okay. Well, you just go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stuff happens all the time now. And I don't know why. Maybe it's the blinking flashing light reprogramming my wife, because we didn't get to this level of weirdness until we got here to the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada. Okay? This is just a quick, short example story. I was telling her, one of my drives up here, I said, kind of a weird thing. I was using my Chase Freedom credit card, and it was weird. I don't normally use that card. I just leave it. And but I said I wanted to see if it would work, because I haven't used it in a while. So I was at Chevron. It was at a gas station, and I put gas in, and it worked just fine. Filled up my gas tank, and I went inside the store to pick up a bottle of water and some pretzels, and the card was declined. I'm like, well, it's obviously not declined. I just used it, and I don't ever use this card, so it's not even at its limit. It's almost completely paid off. So I was like, all right, I just used a different card and went about my business. But I remember coming home and telling you the story. I said, by the way, and I wanted to use the Freedom card on something else around town just to make sure there was no problem. And it worked. I forget, we bought something.
We went to Home Depot.
Yeah, we bought something with it, and it was just fine. So I'm like, well, the card still works. What I think happened in my mind was that because I don't very often use the card, and it was in a gas station way out of town. I was on my way back between Bakersfield and Minden.
Purchases.
Yeah, I think they were like, well, let's put the fraud hold on this, because a lot of cards do that now. So I thought maybe perhaps that's what it was.
Yeah, because it was really expensive. Somebody was ripping you off of $100 gallon or thing of gas and $5
and chips and water, pretzels and water.
Because that was important.
So so we went to Home Depot and used the card. But I remember telling you about the story. And I said, the reason I wanted to use the Freedom card at Home Depot or wherever we were is because I didn't tell you about the story on the road. I used it on gasoline, and it worked, and I walked into the store and it was declined. And it's kind of weird, that it would work in one spot and not the other. And my ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my wife looks at me with this almost a gasp, and she goes, do you think they replaced your card with a new one? I said, what? She goes, do you think that maybe they suspected fraud? And, because they've done that before with cards. They give us a new card. She says, do you think that they replaced your card with a new one? And at first, my eyes are darting around. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I realize you're serious. And I went, so you think that between the gas pump and the time it took me to walk into the store to buy water and pretzels, Chase figured out that there was fraud, blocked the card, and put a new one in the mail and sent it out to me. And that's what's going on? You think they blocked the card between transactions for fraud?
That's not what I meant.
But that is what you said. I go, what the fuck are you?
Oh
yes, they sent me a new card between the gas pump and the grocery
that's
store.
not what I meant.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the stuff that goes on.
This is the stuff I deal with every day.
I am the recipient of this information. All I'm doing is standing here. I am a keen observer of human nature at this point.
Did you not get a new Freedom card in the mail?
6 months ago. 8 months ago. Yeah.
Oh my God.
What does that have to do? In fact, the card I was using was the new card you're referring to.
No, it's not, because the new card's sitting on my desk.
No.
Yeah, you're lying.
You're completely wrong, and they didn't send me a new card between the gas pump and the grocery store and the store. They didn't.
Oh my gosh.
And this is the stuff. Now I'm going to tell you, this is another case. This is another notch in the belt where I need to finish
2,
the investigation
3
on the blinking light, the neurotransmitted light from the bathroom.
I told everybody
Because-
I'd behave today.
Who are you talking to?
I told Discord that I was going to behave today.
I'd be happy if you just acted normal for a day without these silly things that come out of these things that come out of your mouth. I don't understand.
I'm adorable. Just look at me.
I know. You're very cute, but it's wearing thin. I got to tell you.
Oh my God.
The dingy factor since we moved up here is like amplified.
It's the high altitude.
Is that what it is? Not getting enough oxygen to your brain? Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I'm cute. I get by. Okay?
I know. Up until now.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on.
Woosah.
Okay.
Rub your ears. Woosah.
Since we're sitting here, I'm going to ask you because we're just sitting here.
Yeah.
How's Christine doing on the Gen X Talk stuff? So Christine Matlock, who's married to... Oh, let me do it this time.
Okay, go.
Christine Matlock, who's married to Ben Matlock.
Never lost a case?
Thank you.
See how quick I am with that?
But it's your turn to
Oh,
do
I'm
it.
fast, baby. I'm fast.
She is our brand manager. She's our go-get-em girl.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
She's really good.
We have her doing some of the footwork, some of the grunt work. I don't know if it's grunt work.
No,
She's
it's not
really
grunt
good
work.
at it.
It's not, well, there's grunt work involved with you got to pound the pavement and make phone calls.
But she's good at
She's
it.
got the ability.
Yes.
She's honing it right now because she's never done brand management for a social media channel before, but she's honing the skills on getting people on board to help us and do things. And she's been sending me emails like, does this look right? I'm going to send this out. Then I'm going to go there. Then I'm going to talk to him in person. Then you're going to talk to him in person.
It takes a special, I don't want to say a salesman background, but
Oh, it does. You have to have.
I don't have that.
No.
I know that is not my thing. I am not a salesperson.
You have to be able to read
the room.
read the room, read a situation,
can't
read
do
a
that.
person, and tailor your conversation live on the spot as you're talking. You have to.
That's not me.
That is sales. That is communication. That is a type of a leadership position.
I cannot sell shit in a box.
No.
You can.
Yeah. So,
Christine doing pretty well.
well, because she's as good as I am, and she's got boobs. That's a huge thing.
A win-win.
If I had boobs, I'd be the best salesperson on the planet. True, I would.
Do you have boobs?
No, I don't. I'm a guy. I got a Johnson. Nobody wants to see my Johnson. So, you can't go to a meeting and fluff up your Johnson and walk around the room strutting and have people do what you want. Doesn't work
Get in
that
the
way.
car, you turn the AC on full blast, get those girls to wake up. You guys can't do that?
No, we can't turn on the AC and
that's
wake
too
up.
bad.
In fact, turning on the AC has the opposite effect. Shrinkage is what it's called in Seinfeld.
Okay.
So anyway, she's setting up some stuff, doing well there, and she's coming a long way real fast. She has been super busy. I mean, I knew when we talked about this in the beginning this wasn't going to be her full-time job. She couldn't give it her. She's wearing 3 or 4 hats right now.
Yeah, she's got like 3
as it
different
is.
job or
Well, and her company
businesses.
she does takes care of 5 or 6 other businesses. So I'm kind of impressed she even has time to do this, but she is making progress. But
Yes.
I'm going to get out there and do some of the same things. We're going to tag team all of Northern Nevada together, and it'll turn out well. We just
I
got to
think you
get
guys
some
could
time.
be great together. That'd be really good. But have something funny to add to this whole thing. So the other day you told me you really need to go to a hold of your brother in St. Donna. I'm like, well, why? You talk to my brother almost every day.
Yeah.
But Donna wanted an update on the barbecue.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole thing. And I'm like, well, I'm not really too concerned about it yet because tickets are still coming in. I really can't give a gauge of what's
Right.
happening or anything. And because she wanted some numbers and what we were thinking. And I have some ideas, but I haven't closed in on them. I'm still waiting for more
Do you
information.
have a point to your story?
It was just funny that they go, well, we haven't heard anything. I feel like we've been
Okay, well,
left
this makes
out.
sense. When I was on the phone with your brother then, like yesterday, he goes, so how many people are we up to in the barbecue? I go, I don't know, but it's not going to go over what we talked about. He goes, okay, cool. That was it.
Yeah.
He knew in his mind the limit of number that we had talked about. I told him we weren't there yet and weren't going over it. That was it. All this hem-hawing around that you women do. Well, I don't know, and it could be more in ticket sales. And when we get this and we get that, I'll count it's not going to go above what we said.
No, it's not.
That's all that Sun Valley Fox needed to know.
No, but then
It was
Donna was
done.
worried about our impromptu Bottom of the Glass Nation on Saturday night. I said, you guys worry about that because there's
Yeah.
not as many people. And Donna goes, I've got that.
Now,
I'll get it.
that's different because, and let me explain why. There are people that are going to be here for the big Gen X Talks barbecue all weekend. We don't have a weekend's worth of festivities like we did in Vegas. In Vegas, we were doing stuff 2 times a day all weekend long, and everybody could participate. Not so much when we're doing the summer barbecue.
Right.
But just like at the summer barbecues at our house, people would show up and go, well, can I help set up? I'm just sitting here in town doing nothing.
Right.
So there are people that would like to be, at least if they can't be part of the big show, the big Bottom of the Glass Nation show on that Saturday, they'd like to come over and have a sandwich and watch. And I'm kind of been okay with that. I'm talking with people, but I don't want, I don't want 30 people there. I'm trying not to do that.
No.
But at the same time, you don't want to leave a person who's driven all the way out here or flown out here for the barbecue. You don't want to leave them in a hotel room Saturday night just because, sorry, we don't want you here. Come tomorrow. So there is a little, yes, that would be a concern to say, well, how many people did you invite? I don't know yet. I haven't really said
So
it.
we worked that out. That was fine. And I was telling her my ideas for Sunday and that there's help. And I really don't want the Sun Valley Fox and St. Donna worrying about Sunday. We got 2 people that are working the grill. I told her, I go,
Who's working the grill? You got 2 people because that brings up something your brother said.
well, I said, we got Chef John and we got them. The steaks aren't going to take that long.
Not the steaks. Not the steaks.
I know.
Well, I'm waiting to hear. Since you know.
Why can't they just flip a few burgers
Who?
when we're on there? Chef John and Christine after they're done. It doesn't take that long. The barbecue's already hot. Just throw them
I
on.
don't know. I wouldn't ask Chef John and Christine to flip burgers for everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's what your brother brought up. He goes, "Hey, it's going to be a lot of burger flipping for hot dogs and stuff." I don't think he wanted to spend the whole time on the grill working hot dogs and burgers.
No, they also asked about doing like a truck, like a catering
Well,
truck.
that's what your
operated.
brother said. I'm like, yeah, Gen X Mom's done that before. She's had them catered, but it's just expensive. So I told him we would address that. We'd talk
I said
about
I'd look
that.
into it. I will.
But I can't believe that we can't. I mean, how long are you going to be cooking hot dogs and burgers? An
You're
hour?
not.
40 minutes at the most?
You're not.
You're not.
That's why I said you're not going to be there for very long. So
So I don't know who's going to do it yet. I think it would be better to trade off 2 guys. If we had 2 guys that can do burgers and dogs for 45 minutes and you're done. That's it.
I'll figure it all out. I just haven't worried about it because it's still July and that's
All
like the
right.
first part of September.
Okay. All right.
All right. So I know everybody's been waiting for this update, for a Briggs update.
Oh, you didn't want to talk about the rest of the stuff or all the stuff going on with Gen X Talks that everybody's been waiting for? I had a staff meeting yesterday. I'm sure other people will want to know. All right. Let's go ahead. We'll skip that whole segment. Go ahead. What's your question?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, if you're not
There's
going to...
somebody that got a little badonkadonk getting a little agitated.
Well, you
Remember, I have a credit card
do your
sitting
job.
on my desk.
That apparently doesn't work because they're sending me a new one, according to you.
No, they're not.
Oops.
No, they're not.
That's what you said. You said, I'm sure they sent you another one. Okay. All right. The Briggs update is complicated.
Sort of.
I need to back up a little bit. So you're going to have to settle in your chair for a minute because this kind of ties in with the last couple years of his life, and I won't drag this out forever. But I will tell you this. One of the biggest things that I was trying to overcome with Briggs, and every kid has their strengths and their weaknesses growing up, and as a parent, you work on, what you can. But this kid, number one, was very lazy, and he's beaten back a little bit of that. But part of being lazy was he really doesn't pay attention when you give him instructions. He really doesn't pay attention when I make a list for him. Oh, yeah. Now, I want to tell you, I told you this in previous podcasts, if I say, here's 7 things, go do them. He comes back and says, okay, all 7 things are done. Okay, tell me the 7 things I had you just do. He can name 3. He doesn't even know what the 7 are. I said, well, then why would you lie and tell me you got all 7 done? Well, I thought I got them done. So then I write things down on a list, on a piece of paper, put it on the kitchen counter and say, when you're done, cross it off. Here's your 7 things. So a little while later, he comes back, and all 7 things are crossed off. I start checking them, and I find 2 of them aren't done. And I simply say, why on earth would you cross them off the list if you didn't do them? You know what he says? He goes, you know what? I crossed it off, and then I was going to go do it. But then I forgot. I got sidetracked. And then the next time I saw the list, it was crossed off, so I just moved on to the next one. That was his story every time. I go, you're a fucking moron. I go, I can't tell you things to do and you get it right. I can't make you a list. I said, so you're going to make a list. And if you don't make a list, you're going to fuck shit up. And I mean, I was coming down on him with punishments. For years, I could not teach him to follow through on anything. Flip it around. I turned it into rewards. I said, if you go a week and do everything correct on your lists, don't miss anything on your list every day, I'll buy you a brand new car. He still couldn't do it. I could threaten him with punishments of you're getting kicked out of the house. Wasn't enough. He'd still fuck up the list. I could reward him. You're getting a brand new car. Couldn't do it. Could not make himself do it. So this is something we've been working on for years. And the last year, I tried a very different approach. And I haven't told anybody what that approach is. I changed my parenting about Brigger about 3 months ago completely. And you, tell the truth, you've been impressed. Mm-hmm. It has made him happier and a better kid, and he's doing better, right?
That is correct.
In fact, the only person who knows the day that I made this change is your brother, the Sun Valley Fox. And the only reason he knows is because we were out at my truck leaning on the tailgate of the truck one afternoon talking about this, and I'm venting to him like a brother, and I'm going, I don't get what to do. And he's got some suggestions, and he's mainly listening. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try this. And I gave him just a 1-sentence thing. He goes, can't hurt to try it. So other than your brother, nobody knows what my gig was, but it's worked. And it has worked well. And this thing about lazy in the list has been improving. But this is still his nature. Okay. Along comes his job. Now, Ben Matlock
never lost a case.
Offered him a position working with one of his companies months ago, but he knew we had to move. So he finally contacts Ben. Ben says, okay, here's how you fill out the applications. You go through the drug test and the screening, then we'll do orientation. So he drives into Reno for his orientation. He's there 7 hours. Ben pulls him aside after and says, okay, my man. Now, he was supposed to start in 2 weeks.
Right.
Ben says, can you start tomorrow?
Yeah, the next day.
So Briggs is like, well, yeah. All right. And I talked to Ben. I said, look, he's going to need a day off here and there because we still got to go to California and pull some cars back, and we can't get it done on a weekend. We're going to need a Friday or a Monday. And Ben said, no problem. So Briggs is on his way home. He goes, Dad, I need boots and I need all this gear, and I don't have any money. I said, grab one of my credit cards, go get what you need for your job. Just go do it. You can pay me back later. So he does. So the very next day, his first day on the job, he's supposed to be there at 7 or 5.
First, he said he had to contact his supervisor. There was probably he'd be there at 5 a.m., but
Right.
it ended up being 7.
Okay, so the next morning he's got to drive about an hour away to be there at 7. So he's getting up at 5 so he can leave by 6, so he can be there at 7. And then he's thinking, I better be up at 4:30. He's thinking right. He takes off. He gets halfway there and he realizes he forgot his hard hat
He did.
because he doesn't double check his work. He doesn't go over
And
his
his
list.
mom doesn't know what the.
No, we don't. You
Nothing.
didn't-
Nothing.
You
I told
couldn't.
him.
You couldn't even cheat and help him.
I told him. I go. You should put this stuff in your truck. You don't need it in the house.
So he calls his supervisor, and the guy says, "Look, I got one here for you. Just come on in." Supervisor calls back in 5 minutes. Never mind, I don't have one. Go home and get yours. It's no big deal. So Briggs calls me. He goes, "Oh, the helmet," or he texted me. Forget which one. He goes, "That's forgot my hard hat. It's no big deal. It's my first day at work. I just had the jitters and I forgot." Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to what I told him. Didn't lecture him. I gave him one sentence. I said, "Yeah, Briggs, you forgot your hat, your hard hat, first day of work. That's okay. That's expected. But they don't know this is you. They don't know yet. This is what you do. You don't follow instructions. You don't follow lists. You forget everything everywhere you go. All the trips we've made up here and back in the trailer, how many times, Briggs, have you forgot your jack for the front or the pin or the wiring or the electrical or the chains? You don't check anything. You just hop. You just go on through life. See, they just think you're jittery on your first day and forgot your hard hat. They don't know this is who they hired. And man, that hit him like a ton of bricks. So he comes home and I make him sit down in this in fact, he was sitting in the chair you're in right now. And I said, "Listen, I have tried to train you and I have tried to teach you, and I'm done. It's up to you." I said, "If you're smart, you'll make a list of everything you need and you'll keep most of the stuff in your truck and won't take it out. But you'll check a list every morning to make sure you've got your stuff. But we both know you won't. And this is going to wear thin real fast with this big company that you don't have your hammer, your tool belt, your hard hat, your gear. You can't, I keep telling you can't do this in life. You do it with me and you think it's funny." All of a sudden it hit him like a ton of bricks. He goes, "Oh shit." Because he thought the same thing our oldest son thought. Our oldest son came to me. I said, "You're fucking up with some very bad habits." He goes, "Yeah." Our oldest son said, "Yeah, but Dad, when I start getting paid as a job, I'll do it. I'll follow the list. I won't be lazy. I'll remember stuff." And I remember telling him, I go, "No, you won't. You can't just turn that thing on and off inside of you. You have to train yourself to get up on time. You got to train yourself to follow lists and remember things. And you got to train yourself to double check your work. It's not something you can turn off just because you're getting paid." He goes, "That'll be my motivation and I can do it." Now, Briggs has heard this story about the oldest brother. Now he's going, "Holy shit, you're right. I can't just turn it on." Now, I didn't complain about you. I didn't say shit about you. You want to be this mom? I'm going to let you be this mom. I get up the next morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. It's 2:41 in the morning. Briggs is hustling around here trying to get out the door, gathering up his stuff. He takes a shower, brushes his teeth, combs his hair.
At 5.
Had to be there at 5. He's racing to get going. And on the inside of our front door,
Bright pink.
inside of our front door are 22
Not that many.
stick-it notes.
Not that many.
How many?
Funny.
How many? 11?
I don't know. There's like 8 or 9.
There's 11 at least.
It's hilarious.
And there's this list, and his little note says, "Son, check all these things before you go."
It says lunch with a question mark, hard hat question mark, water question mark, boots question mark, wallet.
Yeah. So
I thought it was funny.
The problem is that he'll get used to that list. It's shocking when you first see it, and he checked everything. He read it.
He got it.
But the third, fourth, fifth time, you kind of skip over it.
I'm going to start taking one away like every day.
Why don't you change the colors? Make them yellow the next day, because he's going to get used to it. He'll get comfortable,
But if you remember,
like we all do.
But if you remember going back when I had 8 kids going out the door,
Yeah.
I did have Post-it notes on the back of the door for all the kids to do.
You also had it on their lunch pails. Like if I went out to go to work in the morning and you'd already made all the lunches for everybody, there was notes on them says grab your juice out of the fridge. So they had to run back because you didn't leave the juice in there, but you had instructions for all 8 kids
all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Had to.
So my worry with Briggs is it's going to be difficult for him to break bad habits that he's got. However, I did see the light bulb turn on in his head. He got it. He's like, oh, shit, he knows he's got to straighten this out. So he is working on it. The problem is he texts me today. He goes, he's at work. He texts me, goes, I don't have enough gas money to get home.
It is a long way.
I said, yeah, and? He goes, I can't come home. So
let's see.
So even if I gave him gas money to come home, this is Thursday. The end of his pay period is tomorrow. He won't get paid till
next Friday.
Next Friday. How's he going to have gas to go get for the rest of the week?
Daddy ATM.
Yeah, he's going to have a little conversation. I did send him some gas money. He texted me back, said, thanks, Dad. I go, look, you got to sit down with me. We got to budget this out. You got to tell me when you're paying me back for this stuff. I'm not, giving this to you. And to be fair, I've heard this story before. What happens when he gets his first paycheck and he owes me $700?
It's going to be gone.
He's going to go, well, Dad, I want to pay you, but I do have my cell phone bill. I do have my truck insurance. So here's $3.
It's going to be deferred.
Well, I'm just telling you, I'm not charging him interest, but I get what he's, but I have to have the conversation now.
But you're going to defer the payment.
Right. I'm going to have the conversation, I'm not going to take all your check. Let's not get into a fight about this money. You're going to tell me how much money you've got. And then we're going to split it up so I can get paid back as we go. But I also did something with him. I sat him down before he went to work his first day. And I said, listen, I've been down this road. So let's have this conversation now. Let's get it out in front. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, you're going to be working 8 and 10 hours a day for Ben. And you're going to get tired. You're going in at 3:30, 4:30 in the morning, and you're going to be working all day. Your 2 days off, I'm going to say, okay, let's go. We got to finish moving. We got to go to the storage. We got to finish around here. We got to straighten the garage. We got to go to the property. You're going to say, Dad, I've been working all week. These are my 2 days off. These are my days to recharge. I said, I've already heard it. I've raised 32 kids. I already know how this is going to go. And we're going to end up fighting over your time off and what we're doing. I'm telling you right now, if this is going to be a fight and we're not willing to talk about it, get out. You need to move out right fucking now. Or just realize that I will be sensitive to your needs of downtime, but you need to understand there's still things that need to get done because you started work 2 weeks early. During those 2 weeks, we could have finished all this up. But because we can't, you got to work with me. He goes, okay, no, I see where that would be a problem. I'm telling you, he wasn't just talking, he got it. So he gets his shortcomings. He gets the complications that are out in front of him. He gets that without someone loaning him money for gas, he would lose this job. He doesn't even have the gas money to keep the job. He gets it. There's a lot of stuff that's hitting him on more of a real level. I'm hopeful. I'm telling you, I see it as a dad. The light bulb, he isn't just giving me lip service. Light bulb's on, man. You know what I do every day? I text him every day when he's at work and tell him I'm proud of him.
That's good.
Every day. I just send him and say, I'm really proud of what you're doing. Every day. That's all. I don't make a big deal about it. But I need him to know that I'm thinking about him and that I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
But there are some obstacles coming up, not just for him, but for all of us. And it's going to affect how he lives life. And it's not easy, but you got to just do it. So anyway, we'll see how that goes there.
All right.
Yeah. Another topic on the kid topic is Jade. The realtor calls and goes, your grass is looking yellow. I said, fuck. When were you going to? Thanks for telling me now. But luckily, Jade went over and her boyfriend flood watered everything and made sure that the other thing that goes, does your upstairs air conditioning work in that house? Your master bedroom's awfully hot. And then Jade's up there. She goes, all the blinds are open. The sun's beating down through all the glass. They don't even close the blinds, fuckers. I called the realtor back. I go, close the fucking blinds. The room will stay cold. You can't have a big sliding glass door and another window where the sun's beating down and expect the air conditioner to keep up. Come
and
on.
105-degree heat outside.
So she closed everything up. She made sure the internet was working. She made sure the sprinkler timers were on and everything, and she flood irrigated everything.
And you know what? Yes, the AC's off because I don't want to pay for it.
That would have been a better answer. I should. My wife turned it off. You guys don't need to be comfortable while you're looking at the house.
Exactly. You're only there for like 5 minutes.
Oh, so yeah, that's the Jade did a very good job going out there and helping out with that on a just a moment's notice. She did good.
Yeah, our number 3 daughter is en route with her future husband to Texas. They are moving to Texas.
All of their stuff in tow.
And a cat.
And a cat, yeah.
So we've been talking to her. She's never driven cross country before or done these kind of hours driving. She has their cat and she's driving her car, and the boyfriend has the truck and the trailer, and they're heading to Texas. They started yesterday. And the morning did not start, the trip did not start without a hiccup. Do you want to tell him?
About the cat?
No. Not the cat, about our daughter. Because
I was going to bring that up.
Yes, because you laughed and went, ladies, yeah, this doesn't surprise me.
First of all, the boyfriend who has bought a ring and is going to talk to me about permission to marry my daughter, I dig this guy. He is a great guy. He is he loves her to death.
He's the lineman.
He's the lineman. He's got the job out in Texas now, working for a brand new company and as a lineman electrician. He's a great guy. I've known this kid since he was 11 years old.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
He's a good kid. So, ladies out there, I'm not saying that us as men try to be mean. Not saying that. But the story I'm going to unfold shows that once in a while, you all need a firm hand on
this is my daughter.
The story that I'm going to unfold is going to explain how sometimes you ladies need a firm hand on the tiller. That's the best way to describe it. Nobody's being mean. Nobody's being bossy. I'm just saying. And there's 2 stories that go along with this. One is Christine Matlock gave us a guy to hire to help with you, me, and Briggs to go to the storage unit. And I'm like, okay, let's get out there early. Hottest day of the year. Let's just go. Let's reorganize the storage units and beat the heat. Let's get done by noon. Let's get out of there. What do?
I want it organized, relabeled, and put back together.
You were taking apart 5 boxes and putting them into 3 boxes.
Yes, I was.
You were doing, I'm like, we don't have time for this.
Yes, we do. I need to put a whole car trailer load in here.
So now we're all sweating. We still have one more storage unit to do. We're now 2 hours behind because your queen here has decided she's going to sideline all of us with her little adventure.
No, this is when you leave men to do the job.
Finally said, stop. Not one more thing. Plus, you had 35 boxes coming home with us, which we don't have room for them here. I'm like, stop it.
I called bullshit.
I don't care if you call bullshit. Briggs was there. So was Marcus. You're like, thank God your dad's saying something. Yeah, because I finally had to put a firm hand on the tiller and say, enough. You're derailing the whole project here. Stop it.
Okay.
Things went back on track. We got done. All right. That has to happen once in a while. So my daughter calls complaining.
She didn't complain. We don't complain.
My daughter calls with a story. She goes, she goes, my boyfriend wants to leave like at 3:30 in the morning, so we're trying to get up at 3:30. We're trying to be out the door by 4:30, got all of our stuff. And he starts yelling at me, Mom. And you're like, well, what was he complaining of? He was telling me we're driving from Bakersfield to Arizona. You don't need to put on makeup. Mom, I was just trying to put on my makeup. He goes, for who? You're in the car all by yourself. I'm not even riding with you. We're literally driving to a motel, getting some dinner and going to sleep. You don't need any makeup. You're making us late now. This is my daughter, who I love very much, putting them behind schedule because she wanted to put on her makeup before they got in the car and drove. Again, every now and then, got to put a firm hand on the tiller and go, stop it. This is ridiculous. There's no reason to start leaving. I'm ready to go. We're fueled up. We're loaded up. Get in the car and let's go. I don't have 45 more minutes for you to put your makeup on.
It was funny.
Firm hand on the tiller.
And then I called her like 3 or 4 hours later, and I was like, how you doing? Because I think, what were they doing, 8 or 9 hours yesterday?
Right.
I said, how you doing? I go, just you and the cat. She goes, oh, I'm tired, but I'm doing okay. And I said, listen, Buttercup, you got to suck it up.
Yeah.
You got to do this. I go, your boyfriend's got enough to worry about. I said, you guys are trying to beat the storms.
Yeah.
And so she made it yesterday. They did it, and she was tired.
She tells us that she bought a cat carrier for her cat.
That's the other
about
thing.
the length of the whole back seat because she wanted the cat to have a lot of room.
A little
to move
apartment.
Around. So this cat's freaking out, doesn't know what's going on. They've already driven from the middle of California to Bakersfield. They've done some stuff there. Now the cat's in a new place. Now the cat's back in the car, and the cat's kind of just freaking out. Now,
She said it was
making
meowing,
noise and doing stuff, and all of a sudden, the cat got quiet. And she tells this story. She goes, I don't know what's going on with it. What's her stupid cat's name?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Oh, my God. What a dumb name for a cat. So Sprinkles.
Well, so is Bert, but okay.
Bert makes sense for a bird.
Okay, go ahead.
Bert is a Robin. Burt Ward played Robin on Batman in 1966.
Well, the cat looks like Sprinkles.
No, there's no Sprinkles. So all of a sudden, Sprinkles isn't making any noise, and she says, I'm getting worried because I don't know. Should I pull over? What's going on?
Right.
And all of a sudden, on the armrest between the driver's seat and the passenger seat is Sprinkles making his way to the passenger
She
seat.
should have named it Houdini.
She goes, I don't know how he got out or she got out. I don't know. She must have untied it. Did she claw her way through? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So now the whole conversation is about her stressing over keeping track of Sprinkles in the passenger seat, who's just laying there enjoying the view.
Yeah, is doing fine. She was worried that the cat would crawl down by her feet. That's why she had the carrier. But no, the cat just curled up in the passenger seat, wanted to just be next to her.
Out, yeah.
And she was looking out the window.
So we're spending all this time talking about her stressing over this cat, and I go, you realize your mother drove 1,000 miles in a van with 6 kids under the age of 11. You're worried about a cat? She goes, I don't know how you do it, Mom. I can't drive halfway across the country with a cat. And you did it with kids. Yeah, that had to go to the bathroom, needed to be fed.
I used to drive from Bakersfield to my in-laws in Bend, and it was 12 and a half hours with kids in the car.
Yeah.
I was the only one driving. Nobody else could drive.
No, and I stayed to work, so she's doing that. And now our kids are going, okay, I get it. How did you do it? Just like our one daughter, one daughter who's in Nebraska, and she's got a 7-year-old or a 6-year-old and a baby, and she's like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this. There's 2 kids. It's too much. I can't do it. And my wife's going, I had 8.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't know how you did it. Yeah, now it's starting to come into focus when you actually have to live through some of that. So yes, you need a firm hand on the tiller. Yes, my daughter needed to be straightened out. And yes, she shouldn't worry about a cat.
So our daughter, I have to finish the cat story real quick. They pulled over at a Love's gas station, was filling up and everything. And she goes and inspects the cat's little cage that she had for it.
Figuring it was going to be trashed. Torn up.
The netting was going to be torn. The cat undid the zipper.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't know how the cat did it, how Sprinkles did it, but she opened the zipper and just walked through the...
No damage. Just unzipped it, got out and said, I'm going to sit up here with you for a little while.
And today is day 2 of their 3-day trek to Texas because, they are pulling a trailer. Today, she didn't even put the cat in the thing. The cat is sitting on her lap, sound asleep while she's driving, and they're on the road.
So another thing about Briggs, the HOA dinged him again for parking in the guest parking. He wasn't even there a couple hours. He parked over there just to move some stuff out in the driveway and move it back. And I finally figured out how now it's twice they've sent us pictures of his truck and said, we see you there. I see where it's coming from.
Where?
There is a house across the common area. The guy has a camera pointed at that guest parking area. He just leaves it running. Like a cam, and then when he sees people there, he just takes
So he's a fink?
Oh, he's a fucking fink. Yeah, he's part of the HOA. So what I'm going to do, because our house has a line of sight to his house. You ever seen Breaking Bad? No, of course you haven't. But there was a scene in Breaking Bad when this guy escaped from this facility, and how he did it was he just pointed a little bit of a laser at the camera, and it just disrupted the pixels of the laser.
Oh, you really want to cause some problems.
Absolutely. I'm going to buy one of those lasers and mount it from our window and point it at his window and hit his camera. And you can't see it. It's infrared. But I can see it with glasses, making sure it's hitting it. And his camera will never work, and he won't be able to figure out why. And if he moves it to the left, I'll move my laser to the left.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's fucked now. Briggs going to be able to park whenever he wants. He ain't going to do shit. His camera's mysteriously going to quit working. The guy's going to buy $1,000 in new cameras before he figures out that the cameras aren't the issue.
Oh my God.
I'm just telling you, this is I'm HOAs blow ass. They can suck monkey balls for all I care.
So tomorrow we're going to take a drive out to our property.
Yep. Yep. There's your 400th yawn of the day.
Our property out in Dayton. And you said, well, I just get to be the passenger.
Right. We got to go over to...
But we're going to take the dogs, right?
We take the dogs. Going to go over to the Sun Valley Foxes in the morning. I got to grab some chains out of the open trailer. Take them up there. There's some pieces of pallet. There's big pallets on our property, a couple, and some heavy fence things. I'm just going to stack them on top of each other, hook the chain to the hitch, and drive around the property slowly and start clearing out some of those weeds. Same way your brother did with his tractor, but I'm just going to drag him, and I'll probably make like 10 laps, and then I'm just going to leave it there, and I'll come and hook up to it again next time. But I can't even drive on the property because the tumbleweeds have grown up. But if I tear them out, they'll be okay.
All right.
And I'll do that every few days. We're way behind on stuff moving in here. We're way behind on Gen X Talk stuff, the segment you wanted to skip over. And Sunday's going to be a big day for getting it back. Tomorrow, we go to the property in the morning and do some of that. Saturday, Briggs is off, and we're going to try to unload my safe and my Harley and something else on the open trailer. The refrigerator. And we're going to try to get those off of the trailer so we can start using it to haul cars. And that'll mean that we can leave it out at the property, and we don't have to tie up that part of your brother's house with the trailer.
That's good.
That's the plan anyway. So yeah, we're busy going in order, trying to get stuff done.
Tomorrow night, for those of you that are listening to this the next day, it'd be that night. So Friday night, we have a garage show tomorrow night.
Yeah, we got it, and
Friday night.
We've missed it. And we've done the world shows, which are really gaining. You know what? The world shows are gaining traction on X.
I told you.
I can't believe how many people are tuning in when they see us go live and they know we're talking politics or government, the world.
Right.
I can't believe how many people are tuning in on X for that. That's a growing platform. But the garage show, we've fumbled that 3 times now. We got to do it.
Yep.
We got to do the garage show. So tomorrow night, if you're listening to it live, it's tomorrow. If you're listening to this on Spotify or on Podbean or something, then it's tonight. If you're listening on Friday morning, it's tonight. So tune in, and it's primarily going to be on Facebook Blue. And I got a feeling that YouTube's going to have to carry half of it. People get upset when we don't simulcast on YouTube. Everything we do everybody says everything you do should be on YouTube and something else, but never leave out the YouTube portion.
So do you want to round off our podcast? Do you have a car story this week?
I knew you'd ask, and I thought it's not really a car story. It's a car dealership story.
That's
just
okay.
Like the last one was, and it didn't end badly. I don't want you guys to think there was an incident. There was not an incident. It didn't make the papers. There was no cops that were called. It was real quick, but it was funny, and I just happened to be there. Now, this was at a dealership in Las Vegas. It was a big dealership. I mean, you're talking 25 mechanics working 2 different shifts.
That's big.
And so this one service drive is where they use for all the cars, service, for parts, for new cars, everything leaving. There was two rows, and it was under a canopy, a concrete, just kind of like a drive-in, you go to a casino, it's keep you out of the rain, so it's kind of indoors. And there's 2 rows of cars leaving, and lot porters are just bringing these cars up. And, people are getting in them and taking off. And I was up at the service desk talking with one of the service writers, I forget what about, and he was dealing with, 5 customers, and every service writer was dealing with 5 customers, and there's, cars are just pulling out every 10 seconds. And this one woman who, back in that day, we didn't call her a Karen, but she was a Karen. She was just an obnoxious bitch, complaining about everything, making up shit. And the service writer next to me was the one dealing with her. So my service writer and I were handling customers and just I was trying to get my questions and my paperwork in order. And she's screaming about something, and she's really mad. And you can tell it's all bullshit. So she was carrying a car seat in her hand. She had a baby in the car seat. And it's one of those ones you just set in the back and strap the seatbelt on. There wasn't 2 parts to it. So the lot porter brings up her car behind her. It's maybe 3-4 feet away from her. And she's still yelling and arguing with the service advisor. She turns around. She walks over to the back door. She opens up the back door while she's still yelling, my car this, and I've been in here so many times. She puts the baby in the back, rolls down the window, straps it in, shuts the door, walks back to the service writer to get her keys and her stuff and leave. And I'm standing there, And this all happened like in 15 seconds. Lot porter comes up, opens the car, takes the car up to the board, hangs it on the board right there by the service rider. She's yelling. She goes to the car, puts the baby in the car, goes back to yelling. Some guy grabs the keys, gets in the car, and leaves with her baby.
Oh, no.
She put her baby in the wrong car. Because it was a new car dealership, and there was many of these cars that look similar and similar color. So this guy he was done with his work. He did it. He paid his bill. He grabs his keys from the lot porter off the board. He goes and gets in his car and leaves. He didn't know there was a baby in the back seat. She doesn't know that the guy has left for about 8 seconds, and then she turns around and screams, and all of a sudden everybody freaks out and stops. And I'm like, holy shit, I just saw this whole thing happen. The guy, and I just was like in awe. I was like, what? And I probably should have yelled. I just couldn't. I just was dumbfounded. And the guy realized he had the baby when he got out on the street, turned right around and came back.
Oh my god.
The baby wasn't even gone a minute. I mean, but I'm sure it felt like hours to the mother. But he came back and she's screaming at him, and he goes, "Lady, it's my car. You dumb broad. You put your kid in my car. What are you mad at me for?"
It wasn't.
Of course, she was still yelling at him and yelling at service, and she did get in the right car and she left. But I thought that was a funny story because she was so preoccupied with screaming at everybody that she put her baby in the wrong car and then tried to get mad at everybody else. True story.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
How long do you think we've been on?
Definitely over an hour.
Okay.
I'd say hour 12.
We've only been on about 30 minutes if we deduct all your coughing. It's a very short show if we deduct coughing time.
It wasn't like I planned it.
No, I know. I got you.
So what was it?
An hour 15. You were
I was so good.
No, that's not good. You used to be like 30 seconds off. Now you're like in the 3-minute era. I don't know. I don't know if I can tolerate that. Listen, we got to get out of here, everybody. It's time. I still got to fiddle fart around with last night's off the record show, so I can put that up for you. Make sure you check out genxtalks.com. That's where the links will go. A new picture for the new podcast. Once it goes up, that's the new link. The picture for last night's off the record show. When that one goes up, that'll be the new link. Just click and go. You got to go to the website. A lot of
stuff happening.
I do. And
a lot of wherefores and what have yous.
Nice
That's
pull.
another good pull.
Yeah.
Boy, I have been on a roll lately.
No, you really have. You've been making some really good
I am
pulls.
the female version of you.
Ain't that the scary truth? Well, listen, we do got to go. Thank you guys for, you know what? There's one more thing we should do for the video audience.
What's that? What?
I just got to do it.
Just bite the bullet. Do your yuck water. Everybody on video. Watch the face. Watch the face.
This is so gross.
Here he goes. Chug, 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 chug.
Oh, that is like eating those sour KKK. Yeah. Remember those sour dips?
You know, somebody's going to
screenshot that. Yeah. Two Bear or Trippy will screenshot what I just did when the video.
Yeah, those dips. I know what you're talking about.
It feels like eating 10 of those popsicle.
Those are good.
You lick it and you stick it in the powdered. I ate all of them at once just now. It's what it feels like. All 10 packs at once. Ugh.
Get over it.
When the video version drops on Sunday, yes, there's a video version of this. It comes out Sunday on YouTube. Trippy or Two Bear will.
Somebody will.
They'll screenshot that and send it to me.
All right, everyone. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet. AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things in life. Number one, wherever you go, there you are. And number two, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out, baby.
Bye-bye.
Life is a wild way you run, no telling where it goes. No